Okay, I have a self-care tip for moms, especially if you have a baby or a very young child, because I have heard so many moms, especially a baby, say, like, I just never get to take a shower anymore. And I 100% cannot relate to that because I have always made it a priority and made it a non-negotiable that I need to take a shower in the morning. That's going to happen no matter what. Done. So, that's tip number one is some things just have to be a non-negotiable, and you figure out how to do that sort of like around your kid. Like, figure out what you need to do to make that happen. Because if I do not take a shower in the morning, like, I just feel gross all day. It's not something I can do. It's not something I'm willing to do. So, that is one very non-negotiable for me. So, what I did with my daughter when she was a baby is I would just put her on the floor in her room, put on some music, put out one of those, it's around here somewhere, put out one of those like black and white board books that fold out so that she could look at that. When she got a little bit older, I'd put out just like open up a board book, picture book, so she could look at the pictures just lying on the ground. She was totally fine. She was on the ground. She wasn't gonna get hurt, especially when she wasn't able to roll over yet or anything. So that worked really well. Then I was able to take a shower. Everyone was happy. She was fine. So then as she got older, I had to be more creative and figure out what to do. So, like, put her in the pack and play with some toys. We got to the point where she would scream and cry when I got in the shower. So I ended up having to put on like a show, an appropriate show on my tablet, which I wasn't thrilled about. But I figured it was better for her to be content and not screaming and yelling and wanting me for 10 minutes while I was in the shower. So a little screen time, I figured, fine. If that's what I need to do, what I need to do for myself, so I feel good, so I feel like I can be a good mom to her, then that's what we're gonna do. So we did that for a while. Now she wants to take a shower with me, so she showers with me in the morning. It's really cute. But anyway, my point is you have to make it a non negotiable and figure out how to make it work in your schedule with your kids. My second tip is to start early and make it a habit. So helpful. So I did this with the shower thing and with putting on my makeup because most days I put makeup on, it makes me feel ready for the day. It makes me feel like I'm awake and ready to do stuff. So what my daughter and I have been doing for a long time is usually it's after breakfast, I will go put on my makeup and she will either play with Play-Doh, go in her room and read quietly, something along those lines. It's not always easy for her to do that. And before she became a little more independent, it definitely wasn't easy for her to do those activities for enough time. But over time, she knows that's the routine. So lately, she's after breakfast, I say I have to finish getting ready, and she just goes in her room and reads books quietly by herself for like 15 minutes sometimes. Sometimes it's more time than I actually need to get ready, but it's awesome. So this is just what she expects. This is what she knows we're going to do. So, tip number one, find your non-negotiable self-care things, make them non-negotiables, make it something that you are going to figure out a way to get it done. Number two is to create a routine so your child knows what to expect. So you create a routine around those non-negotiables and your kid will, fingers crossed, get used to the routine and then just go along with it because that's what they expect. Hope this works for you.